All right, lesson 185. I want the peace of God. To say these words is nothing, but to mean these words is everything. We get back to this is a feeling universe, and just to say words doesn't work. And remember, want always implies I don't have it, so you can always rewrite this as I'm ready to experience the peace of God. And then it says in the third sentence, if you could but mean them for just an instant, there would be no further sorrow possible for you in any form, in any place or time. All of space-time, past, present, future. If you could actually experience, I'm ready to experience the peace of God, now and always. Says heaven would be completely given back to full awareness, memory of God completely, entirely restored, the resurrection of all creation fully recognized. If you did this, all these things would be true. Next paragraph, no one could mean these words and not be healed. Cannot play with dreams, nor think of himself as a dream, cannot make a hell and think it real. He wants the peace of God, and it is given him. All right? When we claim what is already ours, whether it's love or peace or wisdom, it is here now. And all reflects that. Okay? In the next sentence it says, for that is all he wants, and that is all he will receive. Many have said these words, but few indeed have meant them. You have but to look upon, you have simply to look on, or merely to look upon the world that you would see, the world you see around you, to be sure how very few people there are, right? So let's look at the next paragraph. Two minds with one intent become so strong that what they will becomes the will of God. And this is part of why we have a couple in the group who is so powerful, because the two of you enter into alignment. And when you do that, you make the universe around you align with your alignment. And sometimes, some of you may remember when I've talked about Pentecost, we have a group of people who are in prayer. They're in the standard traditional Jewish holiday of 50 days following Passover, and they are in prayer and they are in alignment, and they're also feeling their hunger for and their longing to experience more of Jesus' presence, the Christ's presence, their master, their teacher, the one who they loved and who loved them. That alignment is what brings about the experience of the Holy Spirit that we call the Pentecost. All right, two minds with one intent. This is where Jesus says, or the New Testament says, wherever two or more are gathered, I am with them. It says, for minds can only join in truth, capital T, truth. The only time that two minds are joined is in that space of truth. So the same is true when we go into that miracle space where we've reached the point where we've released everything that is no longer relevant to our experience with this other person. And all we are experiencing is light and love. We're actually in truth, and our mind and their mind is joined in that instant where all we are feeling is the light and the love. And in that instant, the mind is joined and all things are possible. Yes, it's beautiful. All right. And third paragraph, it talks about, as you finish the paragraph 3, it talks about dreams and how you can't overlap in the dream state. And 4 continues that discussion. So that paragraph 5, to mean that you want the peace of God is to renounce all the dreams. Right? No one means these words who wants illusions, and therefore seeks the means which bring illusions, therefore seeks to move in the direction of the ego, as we were talking about in the reading in chapter 7, section 6. Okay? No, he says the person who's looked on them finds them wanting. The dreams, the illusions are wanting. They never have everything that we want. They can't. Right? There's the Buddhist tradition, the first noble truth, no thing, which is by definition illusory or illusion, can ever fully satisfy, because we are not things. We are not illusions. We are beings that are unlimited and cannot possibly be satisfied by those things. So let's go in paragraph 6. The mind which means that all it wants is peace must join with other minds, for that is how peace is obtained. So one thing you could think about, if you haven't read any of the experiences around Gandhi, there are 2 or 3 episodes in India, where in the movie Gandhi, where they explain and show how everyone enters the peace state, the satyagraha peace state that's following him, and doing that they become an insurmountable, if you will, force, an insurmountable movement, an insurmountable reality that cannot be overcome. It's beautiful. Okay? When the wish for peace is genuine, I'm still in paragraph 6, the means for finding it is given in a form each mind that seeks for it in honesty can understand. And this is the uniqueness of the experience. My experience of divine peace is going to come to me, through me, as me, in an entirely different way from anyone else's, from yours, from your friends. Your experience is going to be very different from perhaps your spouse's, because we are each unique, yes? So we're going to get the experience, absolutely, the moment we declare it, because it is the only truth that is. However, it will come in very different forms. Okay, so paragraph 7 talks about the practice. Let's devote our practicing to recognizing that we really mean the words we say. We are truly ready to experience the peace of God. This is not an idle wish. And this is not, it says these words do not request another dream. We're not wanting to have a temporary experience of joy or delight or companionship. Okay? And as we go in that paragraph, it says, to mean these words acknowledges that illusions are in vain, requesting the eternal in the place of shifting dreams. Wow. Right? We are requesting the eternal in the place of shifting dreams. So next paragraph today, devote your practice periods to careful searching of your mind and find the dreams. What are the dreams that you cherish still? What do you ask for in your heart? Forget the words that you're using. Consider what you truly believe will comfort you. Do you truly believe that a certain kind of relationship will comfort you? That a certain kind of home will truly comfort you? That a certain kind of income level will truly comfort you? Whatever. Do you truly believe that? Okay, it says, and bring you happiness. But be you not dismayed by lingering illusions, for their form is not what matters now. Okay? Let not some dreams be more acceptable, reserving shame and secrecy for others. So it's acceptable to want to be in a kind of relationship, but it's not acceptable to want a whole lot of money. Okay? Forget that. What are the dreams that you are home? Okay? And then it says, then ask the question. Each dream, after each dream, no matter what they are, they're all the same. It says, in quotes, is this what I would have in place of heaven and the peace of God? I really like this exercise because it reminds me that everything that I thought I wanted is really my belief what I can have instead of heaven, or what might be a step in the direction of heaven, right? So whenever I start wishing I had something or dreaming that something would be nice to have, I'm recognizing that, oh my goodness, what I really want is heaven and peace. And this thing is become my symbol for that, my substitute for that. Okay? So if we go on into the 11th paragraph, no one who truly seeks the peace of God can fail to find it. Failure is impossible, for he merely asks that he deceive himself no longer by denying to himself what is his and God's will. Okay? So, for you, in the 12th paragraph, for you was peace created. Okay, given you by its creator. As we are extended, as God extends God's self, as the infinite all that is extends itself into the individuality that each of us is, all those qualities of peace and wisdom and joy and beauty are extended into us, with us. And it's only when we choose not to look at who and what we truly are that we get to have those experiences, when we focus on the illusions that our ego mind has been making, trying desperately to convince itself that it is who we are. So that's the practice. And in the last paragraph, it is this one intent we seek today, uniting our desires with the need of every heart, the call of every mind, the hope that lies beyond despair, okay? That this experience of peace that we already are is our whole experience. So whatever practice time you use today, ideally, again, 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening, and whatever time during the day you can think of, allow yourself, think about all the things you've thought you wanted, and realize they're just an attempt to substitute for the heaven that is what we all truly want. Thanks a lot.